Most gardens don't fail slowly, they fail quietly. Growth stalls, leaves pale, yields shrink, and no amount of fertilizer seems to fix it. Fertilizer feeds plants directly, but plants do not eat nutrients the way we are taught. Soil microbes convert raw minerals into usable forms, regulate water movement, protect roots from disease, and build soil structure. When those microbes disappear, nutrients sit unused and roots struggle even in rich soil. This is why more fertilizer often makes gardens worse over time. It bypasses biology instead of rebuilding it. Ancient growers understood that healthy soil feeds plants automatically once life is restored. The ancient liquid is not a fertilizer, compost, or chemical input. It is a microbial activator. It provides fast energy to existing soil microbes so they multiply rapidly and rebuild soil function from the inside out. This technique has been used for generations because it works with soil instead of against it. The liquid is simple, affordable, and shockingly effective when applied correctly. Mix 1 tablespoon of unsulfured blackstrap molasses into 1 gallon of non-chlorinated water. Stir until fully dissolved. Apply evenly to the soil surface around plants or across planting beds. Water lightly afterward so the solution moves into the top few inches of soil. For extremely lifeless soil, repeat once after 7 days. Do not exceed this frequency. Molasses is a concentrated carbon source. Soil microbes use carbon as fuel. When carbon becomes available, bacterial populations multiply within hours. Fungi follow shortly after, forming networks that improve nutrient transport and water efficiency. The soil shifts from dormant to active in days, not months. This is not adding something new to the soil. It is waking up what is already there. Plants respond indirectly. Leaves deepen in color, stems strengthen, and growth becomes more balanced instead of fast and weak. Soil texture improves as aggregates form, allowing roots to breathe and absorb moisture more efficiently. Water begins to penetrate instead of pooling or running off. These changes happen because biology is doing the work. Once microbial populations stabilize, they continuously convert organic matter into plant-available nutrition. Compost, mulch, and old roots become part of a slow, self-renewing system. Instead of chasing deficiencies, you maintain conditions that allow soil life to regulate itself. This is how ancient gardens remained productive without inputs. Containers actually respond faster than ground soil because the biology is so much more concentrated. Using large containers, say 5 to 10 gallons or even more, creates a stable environment where microbes can really thrive. Rich organic potting mixes, especially when amended with compost or worm castings, provide a perfect habitat, while the liquid activator gives life a quick jump start. This no-dig approach protects fungal networks and keeps soil structure intact. When container plants are supported by living soil, they become stronger and more resilient. Peppers, for example, can be overwintered by simply bringing containers indoors before frost. Just remember to inspect plants for pests, maintain consistent moisture, and provide enough light. With healthy soil biology, plants rebound faster in spring and tend to produce earlier and heavier. Living soil extends plant lifespan naturally. Microbes thrive in warm soil just like plants do. Getting 6 to 8 hours of direct sun keeps soil temperatures in the ideal range. When warmth, moisture, and carbon all align, microbial activity stays high and consistent. Cold soil slows life, while warm soil multiplies it. Mulch is really important. It protects microbes from temperature swings and moisture loss. Straw, wood chips, or shredded organic material create a stable surface layer that feeds fungi as it breaks down. When you combine mulch with the liquid activator, microbial activity can be extended for weeks instead of just days. And honestly, this is how soil stays alive between applications. Consistent moisture is key for keeping microbes active. Letting soil dry out puts them into dormancy, but overwatering can actually suffocate them. The goal here is evenly moist soil, not soggy conditions. Living soil tends to regulate itself better, but it still depends on thoughtful watering. Soil biology thrives on balance, not extremes. As soil life increases, plants often produce heavier fruit, so staking or caging is important to prevent stress and breakage. Strong soil leads to strong growth, and strong growth definitely needs support. Healthy systems require simple structure, not constant correction. Regular harvesting encourages continued production by signaling healthy plant cycles. Ripening fruit releases natural gases that influence plant behavior, and using simple techniques like paper bag ripening helps complete cycles without stressing the plant. Everything connects when soil is alive. Chlorinated water kills microbes, so always let tap water sit uncovered for at least 24 hours. Overusing the liquid can suffocate soil life, and synthetic fertilizers disrupt microbial balance. This ancient method works because it respects limits. Restraint is honestly the missing ingredient in modern gardening. Ancient practices survive because they solve problems permanently. This liquid doesn't just mask symptoms, it restores function. Once soil biology returns, the garden becomes easier, more productive, and far more resilient. That's why fertilizer becomes unnecessary. If this changed how you see soil, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint. And hey, share this with a gardener who is still feeding plants instead of restoring life beneath them.